All right. So you've been in an automobile accident and you've been injured, and now you want to know what to expect from the insurance companies. One thing I can guarantee you is that the insurance company is going to do everything that they can to reduce what they pay you on your injury claim. Now, how do insurance companies do this? They utilize several tactics that we see regularly. The first tactic that insurance companies regularly use is disputing liability. We have seen cases where the police officers arrive at the scene, they assign fault to one driver, and then when we file the claim, the insurance company tries to dispute fault and say that the police officer was wrong in assigning fault to their insured, but rather it was our client's fault. Or they'll try to assign some fault to our client, which then will reduce the amount of money that they have to pay on the claim if we allow them to do that. A second tactic that the insurance companies regularly utilize is disputing the extent of the injuries. So they will look at your medical records and they will say that some things are not related to the accident. They'll say that the injury was pre-existing and that it was just aggravated, and they will do everything they can to minimize the extent of your injuries, thereby reducing the amount that they have to pay. Now, one tactic that we see all the time, if you allow it to happen, is delay. The insurance company's best friend is delay, delay, delay. When insurance companies delay the settlement on your claim, they're lengthening the time period between the injury and the resolution. And they use this tactic to try to wear you down. They're trying to make it to where you will get tired of the process. You'll just accept what money is on the table. If you send them a communication with an explanation of your bills or something that you believe they got wrong, they oftentimes will just ignore it. And then when you call them out on it, they'll say, yeah, well, I did receive it, but I didn't see anything new in there, so I didn't respond. That is an extremely frustrating communication from the insurance company to receive. If we receive that kind of a communication, we're just going to file suit. The insurance companies are going to have to assign an attorney to that case. It's going to cost them more money to defend that claim. And all the insurance adjuster had to do was to just communicate and negotiate the resolution of the claim. One tactic we regularly hear about is you get in an automobile accident and you get injured, you go to the emergency room, and then the at-fault driver's insurance company calls you 2 or 3 days later and says, hey, we want to give you some money for your pain and your suffering and just the difficulty of the circumstance. We'll pay all your medical bills, and then we'll give you $1,000 on top of that. So right now your medical bills are $4,000. We'll give you $5,000 to just resolve this claim. And so it's $1,000 basically for your headache and your difficulty and just irritation of having to deal with this. Well, the thing that they don't always explain to you is that if you accept this money, you're not going to have a second bite at the apple. So 6 months down the line, after months of physical therapy or orthopedic care, you want to try to get compensated for your injuries and for your medical care. Well, they're not going to give you any more money. So if you get one of those offers, the best thing to do is just say, no, I don't know what the extent of my injuries are. I'm going to get an attorney to help me through this process, and that attorney will discuss this with you. That's the best approach because your rights are going to be protected and you're going to ensure that you have that deals with the insurance companies regularly. And you got to remember, these insurance adjusters talk to dozens of people a day. Usually they are working on numerous cases, sometimes over 100 claims they're dealing with at a time. And they are very skilled and practiced at trying to resolve claims. They're a business and they are trying to get the claim resolved for as little payout as possible. Got to remember that. Thanks for listening. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button for future videos. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. And we look forward to hearing from you. We'll see you next time.